It almost got me again. It almost got me again. Not this time. I'm not losing another recording session because OBS keeps randomly losing my headset. Not again. Alright? Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome back to Let's Solo Star Wars the FFG RPG, second campaign. As a brief recap, when last we left off, Rom Hen was able to help Eva Stalbini get out of prison, and she was also able to escape. They both were able to get their equipment back and get onto her ship, or her mercenary company's ship, the Argentum, and escape. Essentially, the next step was going to be us going to rescue her team, the rest of her mercenary team. However, we got an interruption event, close a thread, extravagance and dreams, and the thread was escape the planet. Now, I don't think I had added the, at the time, the thread to rescue her mercenary team. However, escaping the planet, if we're closing that thread, either we would have been stuck on the planet, which would not have been fun, or they found their own escape, which we decided that the rest of the mercenary group stole the planetary governor's ship, the Dreamscape. So, all in all, pretty good. I imagine how it happens is this. Just as they escape, they notice a very fancy ship. They notice a very fancy yacht flying towards the Separatist base, which suddenly hails them. Using a frequency that Eva knows is her mercenary's private frequency. So she answers it, and the crew immediately demands to know who the hell is flying their ship. The answer... Let me see, how does this work? Oh, I need token magic FX. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make a note of that to add that. But she answers and says, and when they hear her, they say, "Oh, thank the Force. We were worried they'd killed you and taken the ship." No, thankfully no. I had a little bit of help escaping. At this, Brom's gonna hop in and say, "How's it going? Public intelligence. Here to... Well, I don't know what I'm here for anymore. Or I think my mission parameters have probably changed. But happy to help you all out." "Well, thanks for getting our ship back and getting our Eva back." Someone in the background says, "In that order." And there's a bit of chuckling from both sides. They will say, "Well, if you don't mind, well, we stole this ship from the governor, but if you wouldn't mind, we'd actually, do they want... Let me ask this question. I'm going to say unsure on this. Do they still want the Argentum? I'm going to put this as likely. They probably still want the Argentum. Yeah, I figured as much. So, as fancy as this ship is, if you don't mind, we'd kind of like to hold on to the Argentum. It's much more fitting for a mercenary group than this yacht is. It's a bit cramped here." "Oh, that's entirely understandable. I'd like to not do it on this planet if you don't mind. Is there a good neutral planet we can meet up at, and we can... If you don't want that ship, I'll be happy to take it off your hands." Huh. Huh. I wouldn't mind that. Where would be a good place? Oh, with the whole war going on, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, Dantooine's pretty peaceful. Oh, and not that far away. A couple major hyperspace lanes. Just follow a couple major hyperspace lanes, and we're good. Oh, I'm definitely up for a bit of peace and quiet. Uh, well, if that's the case, we'll set course to there, and we will meet you there to exchange ships. Alright, that sounds good to us. We will see you later. So Romhen shuts off comms and says, "Well, I admit I kind of like your ship, but I'll also be the first to admit I didn't exactly. Took me a little bit of time to get used to it, so I'll be glad to try my hand at a different ship when we're not under fire." I agree. Thank you again for getting us safe. Is there a dedicated medical bay on the ship? No. Well, actually, this would be a good time to ask the fake question. Is there a dedicated medical bay on the ship? I'm going to put this one as very likely because I would imagine a mercenary ship should have a medical bay. Yep, there's a dedicated medical bay. I'd say probably... where would I put it? Port engine room, starboard engine room. I doubt they'd give up one of the... maybe one of the storage rooms. Yeah, we'll say they take one of the storage rooms, so they're going to go back there. And I don't remember if Romhen has any medical training. Well, I put them in the escape pod, not the... I'll do 21. He's got some natural talent at it, at least. Yeah, he's gonna try to patch her up. Oh god. Right, I forgot she got a crippled arm in the escape. I will flip a light to upgrade the ability check, and we'll see how this goes. One failure, 2 threat. Rom's gonna take strain from that. I think, that's more than I've ever had to deal with in my life. I'm real sorry. Hey, ma'am, I don't... On the plus side, I imagine Dantooine's gonna have better medical facilities than, you know... gonna have better medical professionals than me. Yeah, thanks for trying at least. Yeah. Speaking of, I'm going to add some XP to Romhen. And that should go up to 140, I think. Yep. Okay, so 20 XP. Can't spend it on characteristics anymore. That's something I don't remember if I pointed out during any of my character creation videos. If you haven't learned character creation, you can only spend XP directly on these during initial character creation. After that, you're kind of stuck. After that, the only way to get it is to get dedication talents, which are usually found at the bottom of a talent tree, like so. So, hmm. What to... Let's see, I'm going to up his... I'm going to buy his first rank in mechanics. It's going to take 10 XP. And then... let's see, do I want to up stealth? That would take the other 10. Or I could get Creative Killer, or I can get Codebreaker and Grit and kind of lock down the top. I think I'll do that. I'm gonna buy Codebreaker, gonna buy Grit. A little bit of extra strain, a little bit of extra... a little bit of extra help when it comes to you know, breaking codes, decrypting communications. So when I run games, I normally give out 20 XP. They recommend 10, but I tend to be generous, sometimes probably overly generous if I'm being honest, but it's a solo game, and honestly the best way for me to survive is for me to be more powerful. I'll also give Eva 20 XP. Let's see. Some weird stuff's going on with the XP. Let's see, what would be some good... Alright. We're gonna get Barrage. And we're gonna get Brace. Because I want to get Spare Clip, because for her that would be immensely powerful. Basically can't run out of ammo due to a despair, which, yeah, that's insanely powerful for basically everybody, because then you don't need to be carrying around spare clips of ammo. And then I will buy her, you know what, this would be a good time for her to get a rank in medicine. There we go. So, Eva Stalbini now has a couple more talents to help her deal more damage, and she has medicine to help get herself healed up. So, I'm going to say while they're traveling, Ramhen is he's not going to contact his superiors just yet, because this is probably not encrypted, and, you know, that's probably... From an intelligence standpoint, not a good idea to broadcast using equipment you don't control. He will find a way to contact his superiors. However, he is going to find out if there's been any news. And there has been. Recently, Star Wars Episode 3 was re-released in theaters. I saw it again in theaters. It's my second time seeing it in theaters. I saw it way back when it was first coming out in theaters. I don't remember every line of Palpatine's speech when he becomes Emperor. But I do remember the final lines. The Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire for a safe and secure society. I'm going to say this right now. Ramhen watching this is horrified. Also, he gets the strain back because time's passing. going to say enough time will have passed for Eva to heal her wounds back, but she still has that critical that she's going to need to take care of, and it's probably better for her to have somebody else take a look at it, because it's more difficult to work on to heal yourself than it is to heal somebody else. Odd angles to be holding your medical tools. I think Rom is going to be shocked by all the news. And we're going to dive a bit more into what Rom has been doing during the Clone Wars. First question. Has Rom Hen worked with Jedi before? I'm going to put this as unlikely. Not very unlikely, but unlikely. No, he has not worked with Jedi before. I'm going to ask, and this is going to be an unsure one, does Rom Hen have a good opinion of the Jedi? I'm unsure of this. I want him to, but I also don't want to be... Oh my god! Does he have a good opinion of the Jedi? I think Rom Hen wanted to be a Jedi when he was younger, and still kept some of that to this day. And gosh, he got a 1. He got a 1. That's he 100%. He idolizes the Jedi. I think Rom Hen's just gonna be like, I can't believe the Jedi would try to assassinate the Emperor. Not the Emperor, the Chancellor. That's not in their nature. That's not in their code. That's not... No. No. I can't believe this. And I especially don't like this Empire business. That's also something that is not... I fought for a republic. I did not fight for an empire. No. Rom's going to... Honestly, he's probably going to say, we're in hyperspace for a while. I need to go think. Keep an eye on the... Alert me if anything goes on that we need to be worried about. Sure, you okay? I need to think, that's all. And I think Rom Hen is going to be diving a bit more into he's going to be diving into as many news reports as he can, trying to parse what exactly happened. You know, we'll have him do a warfare check. Why not? You know, I'll flip a dark to upgrade the difficulty, but I'll flip a light to upgrade the ability check, because I have a feeling he is motivated. Now, motivation only gets so far. So Rom Hen, he's pouring through every report every public report he can find about what's going on. And nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Nothing, like, none of the reports are at all, like, verifiable or make sense to him. There's like footage that looks odd, that doesn't make sense to him. There's mostly just like, probably from his perspective, like propaganda pieces. He can't find anything concrete, but he knows. I'm going to say that advantage is he knows something's up. Something is not adding up. Something doesn't make sense. Will he learn the full truth? Who knows? But I'm going to get rid of those two threads. Oh, I gotta get rid of this thread too. I'm gonna say this: reconnect with Republic intelligence. Find out the truth about the Jedi. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of... Actually. There we go. Update that. Threads list updated. Cool. Alright. And now we're going to do the next scene. I'm going to say next expected scene is exchanging ships on Dantooine. And we are going to leave the chaos factor as it is. I don't think it makes sense either way, because really didn't do too much other than learn what's been going on. But we will roll for scene alteration. Six exactly, another interruption event. NPC positive. Carelessness. Hope. What character? Oh, crud. We're gonna need to flesh out the rival a bit more, but... Carelessness and hope. I'm gonna need to think on that one for a bit. I think this is a good place to stop. I know this is gonna be a shorter episode, but I was kind of expecting this to be. I wanted it to be more of a kind of a breather moment after the action for Ramhen to learn some of what's going on. Also, I did realize I needed to give and then spend XP, so I'll be mulling over the NPC positive for the rival that involves carelessness and hope. And if if y'all want to give suggestions for what you think should happen, feel free to do so. Depending on when I record next, I might see it and maybe I'll use it. Anyway, thank y'all for watching / listening. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and hope y'all have a great day. Bye.